It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather back again with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast. It's 2022.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. How are you?
Well, like part of me feels like it should already be February.
Wow.
And then I look at the date and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, we still got a good portion of January left. So I don't know. I just
Yeah,
I'm already tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already tired. And I don't know if 2022 is gonna be better, but whatever. I don't know.
Sorry.
Oh, and by the way, Cinnamon's here in case you hear her meowing in the background.
Fatty.
She was agreeing with me. Yeah. Well, and she was PO'd because we went out of town for it was supposed to be for a week and ended up being a day longer because our flight was canceled. But luckily it was canceled, rescheduled for the next day. But then we had to get there 3 hours before the flight.
Why?
It's a domestic flight, 3 hours, because they're worried about security taking longer with the staffing problems they're having and all this stuff. So yeah, so the flight left at 9:20 in the morning. We had to be there at 6:20.
Oh, I bet that was good.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah.
And then of course, right, Cinnamon? And then of course, and everything was fine, which I guess is good because maybe if we'd gotten there 2 hours before, it would have been busier and we would have waited in line longer. I don't know. So I did manage to find a place.
Do you have TSA pre-check?
No.
Oh, girl.
We just don't fly enough for it.
Oh,
I mean, we
yeah.
fly like once a year. I'm not going to pay the freaking extra money, which I think is BS and a ripoff. Sorry, had a lot of caffeine.
It's worth it for me. And it's not really that much. I mean, it's like $85 for 5 years.
A person though, right?
Yeah, but it's for 5 years.
Yeah,
Do the math.
I guess that's true.
Do the math. That's not that much.
It's still I just feel like, God forbid, if you want any quote unquote privileges,
Yeah, it's $17
then you got to
a year.
freaking pay. Whatever.
Listen, you pay more than that in Amazon.
True.
But
And
you do
Amazon's
probably
not even
spend
shipping in
more.
2 days anymore. Damn it.
Yeah.
See, you're getting road rage Vera today. It's road rage Vera.
What a nice surprise though, because now you have opposite me. I'm
I
actually
know a lot of times you're
feeling
the
pretty
one
good.
that's like, and yeah. Okay. So how are you now that I just like vommed all over you?
Good. We went to Oklahoma and spent some time with Brad's family, 2 weeks, which is 2 weeks too long. No, I'm just kidding. It's like a week too long. You know how what they say about like food and house guests.
Yeah.
They go bad after a
There's
few
more than
days.
3 days. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was fine for the most part. There was just one little thing. And just being out of your space, and I got sick. So,
oh no, but not the
I'm the only
right?
one. Knock on wood, nobody else has gotten it yet, and it's been over a week since I had it, and it wasn't COVID. But, anyways, so if you hear me all of a sudden mute, it's because I have to hack up a lung. It's really trying to hang on there, and
Nice.
so we got back, and I didn't have any downtime really in Oklahoma. That where you can recharge and be yourself. I did go get like I was pampered for a few hours, but
So did you get like a massage?
yeah, I got like a massage, facial. So we've been back, and Brad had to come back, and there was a big fire here in Colorado. And
I was nervous. When I watched the news, I was like, will you tell me what town it's in? Not to say I don't care about those people, but I was like, oh, okay, not near Heather. Okay.
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes away from us. So Brad being National Guard, his unit got called up to do checkpoint. So he has been out since we got back on Sunday. And so it's just Baker and I, but I don't have a job right now. So it's been really nice because let me tell you, the pressures of parenting really reduce when your child is in school and you don't have a job. It really does reduce.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. There's other stresses, obviously, because of money and things like that. So, but me, I can't stop. I don't like just turn off. So it looked like my bomb had gone off in my house. I'm not even joking. Vera, it's the worst my house has probably ever been. Even this is including moving.
So wait a minute. Why does it look like that?
Because we had that leak that's still not fixed. And so we kind of just haven't been able to clean up because there's stuff taped to our floor and it's just, and we don't have our carpet in, and it's just a mess. It's kind of like a slippery slope. We're like, well, I mean, it's just temporary. And then fast forward over a month and it's still not temporary. It just got dirty, and then unpacking from Christmas, and it's just been a mess. But so I've been focusing on like cleaning and like doing some of my life coaching classes and stuff like that. So it's been,
I wish I had that problem. Like, it's so easy for me to stop
yeah.
and check out. And I have the opposite problem. It's harder for me to get revved up again once I like decompress. So, I mean, even though I was very glad to be back home and everything after this trip, I was kind of like, and I love my job. I love what I do. I'm so lucky to do something that I enjoy. And, but I was just kind of like, gonna like pay bills and like think about what I'm eating and like get back on track with stuff, and I just don't feel like it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, that's not me, but the flip side though, I'm probably more high stress and like
well, yeah, like, yeah, for me, I'm just like, whatever, let's watch some Below Deck or 90 Day Fiance.
Mine is after Baker goes to bed. That's when I give myself permission not to do anything. And so I'll take a bath or read a book or watch TV. And then if I watch TV, then it's going to be 11, 12 o'clock before I go to bed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You get all wrapped up in whatever it is. And you're like, ooh, yeah, but I want to see what happens.
I know what happened next. What happened? Binge watching. Yeah.
It's terrible.
So that's what happens to me. But yeah.
Yeah. I have that problem as well. I'm trying. Well, that's, I usually don't make resolutions just because so often people don't follow through. Well, people meaning me don't follow through on them. So I'm just trying to think maybe I'll just have an overall, I'm just going to treat myself better, take better care of myself and my house and everything. But then if you're too vague, does it really ever happen that way either? I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I'm actually something. Okay. So two things. We're an affiliate for two programs. We have the Ultimate Cloth and then push journals, which are from Shalene. And she has like a 30, 60, 90 day push goal that you set. And then you set like each day, little 10 to 15 minute things that you're going to do to be part of the goal. So we'll put the links in the show notes. Ultimate Cloth, we get 15% off, or everybody gets 15% off. And the push journals, I don't know if we have discount for that, but I'll put the link anyway, and you don't have to use it, whatever. But the Ultimate Cloth, let me tell you, I need to post something, but my house is so disgusting. I cannot
just
post
clean
it
up
right
one
now.
little corner around where you
the kitchen looks great, but I haven't done the floors because I took a picture and I went to go post it the otother day because I like scrubbed everything with the Ultimate Cloth. It was amazing. I went to post a picture and I was like, if you zoom in, you can see all the trash on my floor. I can't do this. So I have to do the floors before I can post it. And then the counters will be messed up. But in any event, I really was working it, and our countertops get like some kind of like, I don't know what it's like, some kind of residue on top of it. I don't know if it's because the heat from the air fryer that's on or the space that it's at. I don't know, but it's like this residue, and it used to take me a long time to get it up with the counter cleaner, and I could because it's just rough. It feels rough when you rub your hands across it, but I did it. I used the Ultimate Cloth and it got it off, and you could see like white specks on it. It's weird. I don't know. So
weird.
It's only in one spot. It's only in one spot that does this too, which is maybe it's just like I have no idea. Listen,
it's a haunted piece of countertop.
Yeah, it was like that when we moved in, and then I don't know why, but yeah. So it's just this one spot, but it worked really great, and it's just so nice not to have to get out a spray bottle. I could just wipe it.
Well, that's the thing with the Ultimate Cloth is that when we were approached to be an affiliate of theirs, we were both like, well, we want to try it, and they were like, oh no, we want you to try it, so try it for a month and see how you like it. And both Heather and I try to because of my RA specifically, but try to use fewer chemicals in our house, for cleaning or whatever, just because I think it's bad for us to be breathing all that stuff in all the time. No judges if you do use chemicals, but this is a nice thing if you want to use fewer chemicals, because the Ultimate Cloth, you literally just rinse it, squeeze it out, and wipe. and then it picks up the bacteria that's on, say, on your countertop, and then it basically makes it so that the bacteria can't survive. So I can't remember what the technical term is.
There's the that on the regular cloth, it just picks it up and then you'll wash it or whatever. But then I was using the silver one. They have someone that have silver filaments in it so that it actively kills those germs and bacteria. So yeah, that one I was just like, whatever. And I left it on my counter for like an hour or two. And I came back and I was like, I'm gonna start cleaning again. And I knew that I was like, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, and then what you do, like Heather said, you wash them. So you throw them in the washing machine. You just don't put them in the dryer, right? I think you're not supposed to put them in the dryer.
Yes. And no, you don't wash it with things that you don't wash it with like towels because they lint. So really washing them by your
pick it all up.
Regular clothes. Yeah. Wash it with regular clothes and no fabric
no fabric softener. I like it for the fridge, for my stainless steel fridge, because it gets all the fingerprints off really easily. So I'll just pick it up, rinse it out, squeeze it out, and then just wipe down the handles and the doors, which I mean, within 30 minutes, of course, after that, there's more.
Yeah, you just hang it up there and be like, use
yeah, exactly.
Maybe you should get like koozie, like, you know how like, what was it? Oh man, back in the day, people would make koozies for everything, or cozies or whatever. They'd knit them, and it's like for like the blender and all this.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
like the 70s or 80s maybe.
Yeah,
maybe just make one. Put those on your handles.
There you go. Fridge handle koozies. I love it. Yeah, and I can I could knit them and or crochet them in all kinds of fun colors like avocado green and goldenrod yellow. That would be hot.
You can make it Vera Bradley.
There you go, Vera Bradley. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah. Here's an idea, Vera Bradley.
Trend, right? Get on it, Vera Bradley. Here, we're gonna make you millions. So yeah, but we'll post if you wanted to get an ultimate cloth. We'll post the the links, and remember, you'll get 15% off.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right. Well, we had a very interesting discussion planned for today because you have a lot of responsibilities coming down on you as a mom and wife. It's funny. So when we were talking about this, I'll let you intro it and then I'll give you what I was going to say. Go ahead.
Oh. So my girlfriend, it just so happened, you get road ragey Vera today because it's just been really between flying and all that rigmarole. Yeah. And then I come home and, my son's freaking out about his ex-girlfriend and my, and my husband kind of misses an appointment, sort of. We'll just leave it at that. And, it's one of those things where as a mom and a wife and you feel like, and you're trying to keep everybody together and you have your own crap to take care of too. And so you get tired and aggravated. So it just so happened this morning before we started recording, my girlfriend sent me this text, and it's one of those things, it's like a little story that people share because you can relate, So I thought I would read it to you because I was like, wow, talk about good timing. This is crazy. Okay, here it is. My mom did not sleep. She felt exhausted. She was irritable, grumpy, and bitter. Ooh, sounds like me this morning. She was always sick until one day, suddenly she changed. One day, my dad said to her, I've been looking for a job for 3 months and I haven't found anything. I'm going to have a few beers with friends. My mom replied, it's okay. My brother said to her, Mom, I'm doing poorly in all subjects at the university. My mom replied, okay, you'll recover. And if you don't, well, you repeat the semester, but you pay the tuition. My sister said to her, Mom, I smashed the car. My mom replied, okay, daughter, take it to the car shop and find how to pay. And while they fix it, get around by bus or subway. Her daughter-in-law said to her, Mother-in-law, I came to spend a few months with you. My mom replied, okay, settle in the living room couch and look for some blankets in the closet. All of us gathered, worried to see these reactions coming from Mom. We suspected that she'd gone to the doctor and that she was prescribed some pills called I don't give a damn. Perhaps she was overdosing on these. We then proposed to do an intervention with my mother to remove from her any possible addiction she had towards some anti-tantrum medication. But then she gathered us around her and my mom explained, it took me a long time to realize that each person is responsible for their life. It took me years to discover that my anguish, Anxiety, my depression, my courage, my insomnia, and my stress does not solve your problems, but aggravates mine. I am not responsible for the actions of anyone, and it's not my job to provide happiness, but I am responsible for the reactions I express to that. Therefore, I came to the conclusion that my duty to myself is to remain calm and let each one of you solve what corresponds to you. I have taken courses in yoga, meditation, miracles, human development, mental hygiene, vibration, and neurolinguistic programming, and in all of them, I found a common denominator in them all. I can only control myself. You have all the necessary resources to solve your own problems, despite how hard they may be. My job is to pray for you, love on you, encourage you, but it's up to you to solve them and find your happiness. I can only give you my advice if you ask me, and it depends on you. And it depends on you to follow it or not. There are consequences, good or bad, to your decisions, and you have to live with them. So from now on, I cease to be the receptacle of your responsibilities, the sack of your guilt, the laundress of your remorse, the advocate of your faults, the wall of your lamentations, the depository of your duties, who should solve your problems or spare a tire every time to fulfill your responsibilities. From now on, I declare all independent and self-sufficient adults. I declare you all independent and self-sufficient adults. Everyone at my mom's house was speechless. From that day on, the family began to function better because everyone in the house knew exactly what it is that they needed to do. And then it goes on to say, for some of us, this is hard because we've grown up being the caregivers, feeling responsible for others. As moms and wives, we are fixers of all things. We never want our loved ones to go through difficult things or to struggle. We want everyone to be happy. But the sooner we take that responsibility off of our shoulders and onto each loved one, the better we are at preparing them to be me-sponsible. We are not here on earth to be everything to everyone. Stop putting that pressure on yourself. Much love, so-and-so, shared from a friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just was like, wow, because that's totally the way I feel. It's like my husband doesn't know when his appointments are. Oh, he treats me like Alexa. Like, "Oh, what's the weather today?" I'm like, I don't know. Ask Alexa. What do I look like? What time is it? I don't know. Geez, Louise. Like, I'm supposed to be the knower of all things, but see, I allow that behavior by then picking up my phone, which he could do himself, and telling him what time it is. So I need to just go, which I've started doing. I don't know. Look at the clock on the wall.
Yeah.
So that just really spoke to me particularly today because I was just like, for the love of God, can you people take care of yourselves even just for a day?
No.
Probably not.
See,
I mean, it's
and I
different, obviously,
resonate
when
a
you have
little bit more
one.
with the family. Like I feel like Brad it's role reversal a lot of times.
Yeah.
Where Brad gets a lot of the stuff, but then I start thinking about it. I'm like, no, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that.
Yeah.
So when it
Yeah.
comes
Well,
to the
and
home,
again, I am not perfect by any means, you know, and none of us are. So I'm not meaning to sound all high and mighty. I'm just meaning to sound like, holy crap, I'm tired of trying to fix everybody's problems. And then I realize it's not my responsibility to fix everybody's problems.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, I'm not really helping them in the long run. I'm enabling them to just rely on somebody else.
My problem is that like I don't mind doing the stuff around the house and doing the reminders and stuff like that. My problem is when I'm doing other people's jobs. Like I'm trying to find a new doctor because my health insurance has decided, like, put my primary care manager as Baker's pediatrician. And I'm like, what? Yeah. I don't even know how it happened. I was like, are you serious right now? And so then the base is too full. They're not accepting new adults. So I can go to a civilian doctor, but then the civilian doctors, like usually the ones that take TRICARE, are not the best doctors. Like bedside manner is poor, just pill pushers, stuff like that. I'm like, so I'm trying to find them, and they have a website that they're accepting new patients. And so I pick one, and like, did you check? And I'm like, what? Why is this all my responsibility? What? So yeah, that's where I get frustrated and annoyed. I'm like, I don't have time to do all of my shit and your shit.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, and the thing is, it's been, you know, with the staffing issues and everything in the world, I've found that things are not running very, are running even less efficiently. I mean, hello, Captain Obvious, but it's just even simple things that I'm trying to get done, and I've got my side taken care of. It's hard because you can't get somebody on the phone, like what you're saying, or everybody's full, or or their hours are cut. So you try and call at 4 o'clock. Well, guess what? They closed at 3 because they have special hours now. All that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I feel that gets very frustrating.
Yeah, but this is how it's always, like, it's not a new thing. So it's not, I don't think it's because of staffing issues. It's just like doctors don't update their, their profile and blah, blah, blah. And
I know.
So
I know DDD.
DDD.
The technical term.
Yeah. But people, I see moms like, I have to talk to the IRS about this thing, and I can't get in touch with the IRS. And that's been, I know that's been forever, years.
Yeah, that's
people
true.
Can't get in touch with the IRS.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. That's like the DMV.
True. You know what we do, and we didn't do in 2021, and it rocked my world, is we have this gigantic calendar that everybody puts everything on. And so I know when like drill is, when I have an appointment, when Brad has an appointment, like we just put everything on there so that we can see it, and it's on the stairs. So every night we go upstairs, we can see it, but it's so before we had like this little, I don't know, 13 by 11 size. And then I just saw it visually looked the same as what it was. And it showed up, and it was like 3 feet tall. And so it started out as a joke. I was like, well, I guess we'll just, whatever, we'll get another one. But then it became really useful because you could just literally look at it across from the room and see, we have something coming up.
Well, if I knew that Luke or Jerry would actually put things on the calendar, that would be great. But I know they won't. And I'll be the one, then it'll be like, do you have anything that needs to go on the calendar? Let me put it on the calendar for you.
Yeah.
So then it's
hard.
like, what difference does it make? Then I'm just already I'm putting their crap on my calendar. So, and they don't pay any attention. Every once in a while, Jerry will look at the Alexa because my calendar is hooked to our Alexa. So it'll say, Pilates at 8 a.m. And so Jerry will know that I'm going to Pilates if he happens to glance at the Alexa. But yeah.
Yeah, we have so without this calendar, I kept missing appointments. I was Jerry. So I would be like, whatever. I'm like, oh, wait, what? We have what's going on? He's like, I told you about it. I'm like, no, you didn't. And usually I can remember, but last year was kind of a mess anyway.
Oh yeah.
But the calendar thing and we have to, it has to be a physical calendar because I have so many different virtual calendars that I just,
yeah, I could see that. Yeah, totally. Oh, I love that. And I know some families, they do really well with that. And, but then I know that's one more thing that I'm going to be responsible for.
Yeah. And that has to be on the person, the individual. It's like, you have to put it, if it's not on this calendar, then I don't care. Maybe that's your attitude. If it's not on this calendar, don't expect me to undo anything for this. Like zero for this.
Good point. Yeah. I kind of like that. I could give 2 flying figs.
Yeah. This is the I don't care point. Like it's not my responsibility. I'm going to live by this calendar, and whether it's your Google Calendar, whatever, invite me to it, put a thing in your calendar. So we both can get invited to it. Cause Brad will do that sometimes on digital, but it doesn't always show up in my calendar. Well, I
don't know. Technology.
I know. I'm like, can we go back to sticks and stones?
Yeah. I still write a lot of stuff down. I did train myself to use a digital calendar, obviously, but yeah, I still write a lot of stuff down.
Yeah. But it's hard when so my work calendar is different because I don't have it on my phone. I'm like, no, that's where the hard stop has to be for me. Although I just deleted all my accounts off my calendar, off my email box, which was very freeing.
Oh.
I know. I mean, I'll still help them out, right? I'll still be like, answer a question here or there. Like I don't hate them like in any way, shape, or form. But it was just so freeing because I know I was planning on keeping it on there, and I was like, no. You've got to let it go, because otherwise you'll start checking it and responding, and you don't work there anymore.
There you go. That was smart. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Thanks. I'm really trying to just start working with boundaries here. This 2022.
There you go. Boundaries, man.
Boundaries. Well, if you have any suggestions on topics or somebody that you think we should interview or bring on the show, happy to do it. just reach out to us at I Can't Mom Today podcast at gmail.com or on any social media platform at I Can't Mom Today podcast. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have a TikTok, but we don't ever use it. So don't go get us there.
I know. I haven't gotten to that point of TikTok videos yet.
Yeah. But maybe I'll do some cleaning ones. Just kidding.
There you go. That might be good.
Until next time, have a great day. Bye. Bye.